And I remember my wife, she was like, "Are there other people living there?" I said, "Yes." "Are they okay?" I said, "Yes." "Are they alive?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Don't come back." Oh my God, man. She said, "Don't come back." Because they're shooting back home. They're kidnapping back home. You know what a civil war is? You know, it's like them versus them, you know, and I had to pick a side. I kept pushing. I taught myself photography on YouTube. I didn't pay a dime to learn photography. And I'm here and I'm shooting for celebrities. I've met with Steve Harvey. I was at the Beyonce's concert when they were opening Atlantis Royale. I was the only black photographer on the red carpet. Well, it was a blue carpet, but you get the point. And I remember I used to write to people on Instagram and I'll beg them, "Please, can I come and shoot you?" And since I was nobody, they would say no. I said, "I'll do it for free." They said no. I remember so well, man. I remember so well like it was yesterday. Hello guys, how's it going? I'm here in Al Jadaf in Dubai. This place is amazing. I've always wanted to come here and shoot a video since 2018. That's a long time. I came here, I think I remember we had a photo shoot at what's that hotel called? Versace Palazzo Hotel, you know, and I saw this place and I was like, oh my God, you know, what kind of spot is this? And why are people not using it? That's 2018. This is April 25th, 2024. You can imagine, I mean, dreams can become reality. And I remember when I came in Dubai in 2018, I was living in a bed space and it was like, I think we're like maybe a dozen of us, maybe 12 of us or something like that. And I was living on a bunk bed at the top bed. And the crazy thing is, before I came to Dubai, back in Cameroon, we had a civil war. And I remember I had just come back from Europe in 2013. And then by 2016, the civil war started, the shooting started, I left. So I came to Dubai 2018. And when I got here, it was scorching hot. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when I came out from the airport, I looked outside. I was like, oh my God, am I going to be able to survive this place? So I went over to where I was supposed to stay, which was my bed space. It was crazy because I didn't know what a bed space was, you know? It sounded nice and everything. I don't know. I mean, there are better bed spaces. I'm very sure of that. But where I was staying, we were so many of us in one, it's like one living room or one room. And I was living on a bunk bed. My bunk bed was like, when you come through the door on the last edge at your left, I was living on the bunk. That was my sleeping space. And then directly under my sleeping space, which was like a little bit ahead, was the door to the toilet, you know. And the center part was the only place where there was a space where somebody could do anything. So I didn't have a place to sit down and edit. So the only place that I could edit was on my bunk bed on my laptop, and then I had to bend like this to edit. You can imagine how crazy that is. So I had to go get a little chair and a table where I can sit down and edit. And the only place where I could put it was at the entrance to the toilet. So you can imagine. So every time someone goes to the toilet and come outside, I have to smell that shit. Literally smell it. I remember some days when I'll go out to shoot, and then when I come back, I have to edit the pictures and deliver the pictures the same day. And I'm sitting there, I'm editing, and the client is calling, and the toilet is full in this bed space. So they had to put acid inside the toilet so that the toilet could sink down. So I'll be sitting at the door and they'll pour in the acid and everybody has to go out because acid is very corrosive, you know, and it has a very pungent stench, pungent smell, and it hurts in the eyes and in the nose and everywhere. So everyone's gonna run out of the bed space, and I'll be sitting inside since I can't go anywhere, and I'll be editing and I'll be closing my eyes and I'll be like, you know, tearing out of my eyes, and leaking out of my nose because I can't go out. Why? It's hot outside. It's like midday sun. And I tried browsing out. I tried editing outside a couple of times. And my laptop has this place where I'll be sweating and the sweat will leave from my body to my hand and onto my laptop. And I did that so many times that my laptop started digging. Sweat is acidic. It started burning the laptop. It was literally burning it. So I had to, and then also the laptop goes off when it gets too hot. By the way, I'm using an Apple laptop and I still have that laptop too today, man. I love that laptop. That laptop took me through so much. So let's get back to the story. So I'll be sitting inside and I can't go outside because of the sun, and I'll be editing and the person will be texting me and saying, hey, my birthday is midnight. I need the pictures ready by 11 o'clock. And the crazy part about it was a free shoot. It was a free shoot. And the reason why I had to do a free shoot was because when I came to Dubai, nobody knew me. And you cannot sell something inside a bag. I had to showcase myself. People had to see that I could do this, because you can't just talk about it. You need to show people that this is something that you can do. And I have so many brothers and sisters that, travel from overseas. They come here and they have all these talents and they don't get to show it. Some of them feel like you need to be hired to show that. No, you don't have to be hired to show what you got. There are so many ways to do it. Maybe not in every field, but in the creative industry, there's so many ways. What I'm trying to say is this. When I was there, when I was sitting on that laptop and the client was calling me and asking for the pictures to be ready on time, and I was editing it, I never saw this day. I never saw this moment. I just believed somewhere in my mind that wasn't gonna last. I just believed somewhere in my mind that was gonna pass. And I'm here today, and I'm standing here in this amazing location in Dubai, in Ajadab, a place I've always dreamed to come and shoot a video at. And I'm standing here and I'm saying it's possible. If I did it, you can do it too. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. But I knew somehow that I had to do it. I was sitting at that place editing, and I had this client asking me, are the pictures ready? Sometimes I will have 3-4 clients that I need to deliver their pictures same day. And you can imagine, and if a situation like that arises, I just have to sit in and get it done, because I gave them my word. And if you give your word to someone, you need to find a way to deliver. I'm not saying you should kill yourself, but I didn't have any other choice. I couldn't go back home. Actually, I remembered when I got in, I looked out and I saw so many shoes just lying all over the place. And I called my wife and I said, hey babe, you won't believe it. This place is bad. And I remember my wife, she was like, that lady, she's just crazy. She's crazy good. And she asked me, she said, hold on. Are there other people living there? I said, yes. Are they okay? I said, yes. Are they alive? I said, yes. And she said, don't come back. Oh my God, man. She said, don't come back. I love that woman, man. And I was like, oh my God. Because they're shooting back home. They're kidnapping back home. You know what a civil war is? It's like them versus them, and I had to pick a side. I kept pushing. And the crazy thing is, every 3 months, I had to go for visa change. And visa change back then was like 2,700 or 2,500. I don't remember, but it was so expensive. I never had a job. And the crazy thing is, I was job hunting. I was actually looking for a job. But everywhere I went, there was no jobs, no photography jobs. I went to a studio. The guy said they were going to pay me 1,500 dirhams per month. And the guy still said that he wasn't sure if I was going to get a job. So, and then I went to this other location. It's like a modeling agency, because I didn't know how it worked. So I believe that if you go to a modeling agency, they're going to have photographers. I didn't know that wasn't how it worked, So they told me that, there wasn't hiring. But when I got inside, it was crazy. Something crazy happened. Listen, when I got in, I saw this, I think they were Filipino ladies. When I walked in, they were on the left side inside the office. And immediately they saw me, they were holding their nose like that. They were like holding like I was thinking. They were holding their nose like I was thinking. And to be honest, I was so sweaty. But come on, you know, that's just gross, you know. So I looked at them and I was like, damn, how can I walk in to ask for a job and then I get that kind of a reaction? So I left, I went out, I told my wife, I'll try again tomorrow. The next day, I didn't go for any job hunt. I put on my camera and I started hustling. That was before I started editing those pictures that I got, you know, with the whole thing about the asset in the bathroom and everything. So I put on my camera, I went shooting, I went out, I had help from friends. I had a lot of friends there that helped me out. You know, I had this particular one friend, he helped me so much. You know, his name is Boris. He helped me a lot. And we went up and down, got some clients. Some people said no, some people said yes. And I remember I used to write to people on Instagram and I'll beg them, please, can I come and shoot you? And since I was nobody, they would say no. I said, I'll do it for free. They said no. I remember so well, man. I remember so well like it was yesterday. After like 8 months, my wife finally joined me. She came and met me, and no, but not in the bed space. No. So I left the bed space. I am Boris, and we moved to another place that was in Sharjah, near Sahara Center Mall. We're living there. You know, it was much better. It was much better. Trust me. Yeah, we were still with a couple of people, like maybe 4 or 5 of us, but it was much better than where we were. My wife came. She joined us. And then from there we left. We moved into a partition. It was so small, but it's better than a bed space. But the thing is, it was separated by plywood, so you could hear what everyone is saying. So if I'm saying something to my wife, they hearing what I'm saying to my wife. If I'm talking to a client on the phone, they hear what I'm saying to the client. I remember one time I was talking on the phone to a client, and somebody said, "That money is too small. Can you charge them higher?" And I was like, oh my God. And the thing is that every time a client calls me, I'm in this place, it's so noisy. They're like, can you move out from that environment? But that's my home. Like, can you go to somewhere more quiet? That was my home, you know? And that's one thing that I got to learn with time, that the price you pay for privacy, it might feel a lot, but in the long run, it's more sustainable. You know, you can sustain it long term, because being in an environment that had privacy, I could, you know, talk to my clients without feeling nervous, and we could talk about anything. So privacy is expensive in Dubai, but it is worth it if you know what you're doing. And with the kind of thing I was doing, the kind of job I was doing, I had to get privacy for myself and for my wife. So let me just continue. So my wife, you know, me and her was there. And then I remember the lady that we were renting the flat from, that were renting the partition from, she canceled the partition. She wanted everybody to go out, and we had just bought our new cupboard, you know, our new dresser, had our clothes and everything. She came, she took everything. She, first of all, off the AC. It was in the middle of the summer. Oh my God, man. I don't even know where to start. And my wife and I, we were like homeless that night. I think I remember we went looking for a place, and we spoke to some friends for help and family, and we got some money from them. And it was so important, you know. I mean, thinking about it, the help that we got, till this day, we are so appreciative for the help that we got, because it helped us to get to the place that we got to, until now we got to this place. If you understand what I'm saying here. So I remember that night when we were looking for a place, we saw a place, we didn't like it. Then we went to another place, it was worse. And then by coming back to the other place, we lost the money. The money that we were supposed to pay for the other place, we lost it. So that's how we found ourselves homeless that night. I went to a friend, she helped us, you know, we started staying with her. We're just crashing together in her living room. And long story short, I remember there are so many times that we've been homeless. So many times. There was one time that we were homeless, that we were sleeping at the park, and we had just one jacket, and it was in the winter. Believe me, Dubai gets really cold in the winter. You know, maybe it's not the cold, ice cold, but it was really cold. It was freezing. And we had one jacket. So my wife will put on the jacket. She's gonna get warm. She takes off the jacket. She gives it to me. I put it on. I get warm. I take it out. I give it to her. She gets warm, you know, till morning. So we don't sleep. We just keep swapping jackets till AM, you know, and we did that. We've done it a couple of times. But I mean, standing where I am now, thinking about it, it was worth it. It was worth it. You know, I remember one time I went for a photo shoot. You know, I was shooting a client, and the client didn't pay me the same day because we had another shoot the next day. And we were in Hilton in Sharjah. And from Hilton to another park, Sharjah, where we were staying, I don't know how many hours or how many kilometers. I don't even remember. So we had to trek back home because we never had transportation. And I remember my wife, she turned, she looked at me and she said, "How far is it from here?" I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Okay, let's start walking." And we never had any data. We just opened the GPS on the phone, and you know, the Google GPS can actually pinpoint where you are at all times. So we were using that and walking, finding our way home. And we were talking about stories about her childhood, my childhood, and we were bonding and talking. And before we discovered it, we were home. Oh my God. I don't even know where to continue, where to start from, but the stories are so many. And I kept doing this. I kept shooting, not for free though. I started charging a little bit high. While I was doing this, I was studying. I was studying how to relate with clients, how to talk to customers, how to make them comfortable, and I was learning also more, you know, stuff about lighting and everything. And these are things that I really want to teach other people, like how I did it, like how I got to this spot. And it might not work for you. It might work for you as well. But all I'm saying is this: I just want to encourage anyone out there that is feeling like this is the end of it. As long as there's breath in your lungs, there is hope. As long as you're out, even if you're in jail, I know a lot of people who left jail came out even better. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't build. It doesn't mean that you can't grow. No. I taught myself photography on YouTube. I didn't pay a dime to learn photography. My wife didn't pay to learn makeup. And we are here. Now she's a beauty specialist in Sephora. She's working for Sephora. Can you imagine that? That's a big brand, well known in the world. And I'm here and I'm shooting for celebrities. I've met with Steve Harvey. I was at the Beyonce's concert when they were opening Atlantis Royale. I was the only black photographer on the red carpet. Well, it was a blue carpet, but you get the point. And I'm shooting for Lesa Milan. She's one of the Real Housewives of Dubai. I've shot for Chanel Ayan. Sometimes I shoot for Caroline Brooks. She's also on the Real Housewives of Dubai. And I've met a lot of celebrities from the US, from Nigeria. And I'm here. And I started from the bed space. I started with nothing. And the crazy thing is, this is like the fourth time that I start everything, I drop everything because something happens, and then I start again. So this is not one time. I didn't leave Cameroon, come here, and then only as I got here, I failed a couple of times. I can't even count how many. But I'm here today, making this video, talking to you, and telling you that if I did it, you too can do it. I'm not a motivational speaker, no. I'm not a personal development coach like my wife, no. I'm just another dude, another guy, another father, another brother, another man who made it in Dubai. You don't have to be in Dubai to do this. You can be anywhere in the world and still do this. But don't put yourself down. The situation you find yourself in today, it's not going to stay the same. That is if you want to change. That is if you want to move out of that situation. The dream that you have in your head, the dream that you have in your mind, the place that you want to go to, the place that you want to be at. Just keep dreaming and keep walking towards it. So match your dream with your actions. Don't just dream it. Put action to your dreams. And trust me, if you can think it, you can do it. There are moments when you're going to cry. Dry your tears when you're done crying and get back to the grind. I mean, thinking about it now, I used to shoot like maybe 5 clients in a day or 3 or whatever. Now I shoot less, but I make more. That is because I've developed myself. I worked on myself. Personal development. My wife was, and she still is, my coach. She's been the one coaching me all along, telling me you can do it. The moments when I didn't believe in myself, even till now, there are moments that I still don't believe in myself on some certain things, and she's like, you can do it. She's been my number 1 cheerleader. If you have someone in your life like that, hug them. Hold on to them. Don't let them go. Okay? I think everyone needs somebody like this in their life, someone that can cheer them up. And even if you don't have, I did it. There were moments when she wasn't there. I had to tell myself. I had to trust myself. And I'm right here, right now. Yeah, I think I'm done. I know there's more that I want to say, but I don't know which angle to come from or where to come from on how to say it. But if I can do it, you can do it too.